happy Sunday, October 27th, everybody. It is rainy, windy, nasty. I put up the tarp, the wind is getting ready to rip it out of the ground. I had to try and anchor it down a little bit because the sand anchors that I have aren't going to work in this situation because I don't have any sand to put in them. Strap that up. I need to strap that up. All right. Yeah, I'm trying to keep this sucker from taking off, which it looks like it's already really trying to do. But I got something great going on in here. Let me give you just a little peek. So this is 3 hours in. Oh man, look at that. That right there is a Boston butt, bone in, 10 pounds. Smoked the bejesus out of it. We're gonna have deliciousness later. Stay tuned. Whew, I tell you what, this wind is something else. This canopy is this thing's gonna go airborne. I got it anchored down, but that wind is really kicking today. So I got 3 hours in on this guy. I'll get back to you probably around the 5 hour mark. What I did was I basically took this out of the package, trimmed some of the fat off. I rubbed it in olive oil, put some kosher salt on, and then I added a rub. Your rub is your choice. I added a Kansas City style rub. I then covered it, put it in the fridge, left it go. This was yesterday, left it go to this morning. Came out, got my fire going, got my heat up, got the smoke rolling, threw that on. I started off with the fat side down. I just flipped it at 3 hours, fat side up. I'm gonna try it. You can tell me either way if I'm doing something wrong. It's my first Boston butt I ever smoked. So I want that temp to get up to, that internal temp of the meat to get up to around 160, which is right around where it will stall. The temp on the grill is holding right around 250, which is great. Once it stalls at an internal temp of 160, I'm gonna have to wrap it and stoke this fire up and get the heat up. Because I want that internal temp to get around 2 to 205. At 200 degrees, 205 degrees, that fat is really gonna break down. And here comes the rain again. That fat's really gonna break down. I'm gonna let it go at 200 to 205 degrees for about 10-15 minutes, up at that high heat. Then I'm gonna pull it off of there, still wrapped in the aluminum foil, wrap it in a towel, throw it in the cooler. It'll go in the cooler for about an hour to rest. Once that's done, hopefully it'll be time to eat. So I'll check back in with you in about 2 to 3 more hours. We'll go from there. So as you can see here, the rain picked up and first of many audio issues for the day. I tell you, man, I'm gonna add a video of this audio equipment that I got that's just giving me trouble time after time. It's so annoying, so freaking annoying. But anyway, rain picked up, flooded out the backyard, made it a little difficult to get out into the tent, take care of the grill. But she stayed smoking, all was well. All right, just pulled out of the cooler. It was in the cooler hour and a half, maybe hour and 45 minutes roughly. So let's see what we got here. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is still steaming. It was in that cooler for an hour and 45 minutes. And I don't know if you can see steam coming off of that. There's our bone. Oh yeah. Let's see if the bone wants to come out of there. Yeah, it does, but wow, that's hot. Let's get see if we can find something little might want to sneak off there. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Ooh. I gotta go in for seconds. Look at that bark. See that bark on there? Mmm. That's good. Well, I think I might wrap this back up a little bit before I get into deconstructing it, because that's really hot. And I don't know what I did with my claws to pull it apart, so one more piece. Oh my God, look at that. That bark. Oh my God. Alright, shall return. I said that pulling this bone out slides right out. It's a good sign that it's going to turn out really good. Alright. All that deliciousness is what we ended up with. And oh my God, is it good. So we'll take some of this and we'll put it in a bowl, and I'm going to add some barbecue sauce too. A little mixture I made up, and I'm going to use that. Have some pulled pork sandwiches. Got some regular coleslaw and some pepper slaw. Yeah, gonna do it Carolina style. Bon appetit. You wish you could do this good. Well, there you have it. Finished product. Got some pepper slaw on top. Carolina style pulled pork sandwich. Delicious. Well, wrap this up. I gotta say, that was a 10-pound Boston butt pork roast. Oh my God, it turned out amazing. And the proof is in the pudding, because 10 pounds of meat, it was probably like a quarter pound with the bone in it. Maybe a quarter pound of fat that I discarded, but the rest is gone. There's literally maybe a pound of that meat left. Everybody loved it, including myself. It was amazing. So simple, so easy. You know, if you have an electric smoker, something of that nature where you can just set it and forget it kind of thing, oh, I'd be doing this all the time if I had one of those. But I did it on the my kettle, indirect heat. Temperature was around 250. It was the temperature inside of the kettle. And what I did was I strove for 160 degrees internal temp, because that's usually where it stalls, and it did. It stalled about 165 degrees. So then I wrapped it in aluminum foil, put it back on the grill, and I stoked that fire up. I didn't add any more wood, I added more coals. I actually heated them up some more up in a chimney, threw it back on there, and brought that temperature of the meat up to around 200 to 205. Let it cook just like that for maybe 10-15 minutes. Once it hit that temperature, I pulled it off, I wrapped it in a towel, and I threw it in the cooler. And I left it in that cooler for about an hour and 45 minutes. And when I opened that thing up, it was steaming. Unbelievable how that works. Once I let it cool off a little bit so I could actually handle it, The curse of the tugger. Once I actually let it cool to where I could handle it, I was able to break it apart, and I used a couple of those claw things to shred it, make pulled pork. I made up a little sauce, secrets, you're not getting them, but it went. Everybody loved it. Seconds, thirds, done. That's Boston butt, stay fishing style. Well, I love to see. Smoking like crazy. He's got the whole neighbor's yard and everything all smoked out. Beautiful thing right there. All that, yeah, I don't know. That's a mess. That leg right there fell right off. If I go lift that corner up, the thing will just whoop, drop. You know what that means? It means y'all need to hit up my Patreon site. Lucky agrees. Hit up my Patreon site and help me out so I can get a new canopy. Make some more delicious food for you to look at. Maybe one day taste. Thank you for watching my videos. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment below. Remember, as always, stay fishing.